everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Um, I'm trying to make this video and I'm just not having much luck. I did a whole 20 something minute video a minute ago, and then as I watched it, um, because sometimes I watch these before I post them if I feel like I need to really make sure whatever I'm saying comes across the way I mean it, and it didn't. So all that time in that video was I come out without a video. I'm not gonna say it's wasted time because I know that the things that I did have or that I did say were really how I felt, but that I also learned I got to find a better way to communicating what I mean because even though um, uh, the way I felt in that video was accurate, the way I was getting it across, I didn't feel like it was coming across the way I meant it to. So with that, I decided to scrap that video because I just didn't want um, it misinterpreted because I was unable to communicate it the way I wanted to. And so now we're starting on another one. And y'all, I hope you've had a good morning. Good morning to y'all. Um, the comments and the likes are going up. I'm thinking y'all are sharing. I know some people are sharing. And thank you all very much for those of you who are sharing. And I'm going to try and encourage more people to share. Y'all, the comments, getting the comments building up. And I'm really enjoying that. And the fact that um, some of y'all are really getting comfortable with the fact that you can put in there your opinions or um, you can leave Bible verses like the other day. And I'm so happy for that because we all need a place we can go and express ourselves and you know give our opinions and share our knowledge. And I'm very accepting to learn because how am I going to get better? How am I going to do the right things? How am I going to uh, know what's right and wrong if I don't learn? And if I don't want the comments, if I don't want the Bible verses, how am I going to learn? So the more that y'all put the Bible verses in there, or you share your opinions or whatever, the more we can all learn. And learning is always a good thing. So, and I want to thank you for sharing them Bible verses the other day. We're also getting some people sharing their needs for prayers, and that is really awesome that you're uh, using this community for a support system because that's another goal I'd like with this community is for us to support each other and I'd like to see people talking amongst each other. It would be really, really nice. So, but y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and thank you all for those who have, and both the ones that keep coming back, and for thank you for those who are new, and I hope that y'all come back as well. So, well, I've spent the morning trying to find a way to get across a message that I learned from the Bible verses the other day, and I haven't had much luck explaining kind of how I feel like it fit into my life. So I don't know if maybe that's God's way of telling me I'm not ready to share that yet. Maybe I need more knowledge on that subject or something, or maybe I need to see how it fits into my life a little bit better before I share it. Um, so I'm gonna scrap that idea and go with something different. Uh, the weather's changing a little bit. It's still February, so we still have them cold fronts coming in, but we're also, well, I'm in the central part of the United States. So we're getting, few good days, few bad days, few good days, few bad days. So like me, a lot of people down here have sinus issues, and it's kind of slowing a lot of us down, and that's the reason why I didn't make a video yesterday, as I was down with sinus issues. Um, not I wasn't down real bad, so and I'm feeling a little better today, a little more rested, but I spent most of yesterday afternoon and most of last night in bed. I got up about 3:30 this morning. I'd had so much sleep from yesterday afternoon and last night that it was like it was time to get up. So now, probably ought to check my phone and get my alarm set off because I'm sure it's gonna go off in about 7 minutes. So if I shut it off now, it won't interrupt our video. And I quite often have alarms that interrupt our video, so we don't want to do that today. 5:30. Okay, that's good. Now, um, I'm working on trying to better my life in the sense that you hear me on some of the videos talking about, and I didn't cuss, or we didn't cuss. Um, I'm trying to do more things that are right and less things that are not right to do. Um, the not cussing, that's a huge one for me. And I know that if I don't cuss, I'm doing a lot better than I might say 2 weeks ago or a month ago with my cussing. And so as I get better about not cussing, I feel better that I'm doing more of the things I'm supposed to do and less of the things that I'm not supposed to do. Um, Sometimes bettering ourselves is a good thing, and I know that's something that I struggle with. I don't get out. Uh, I've been away from this house and off of the porch out here one time in probably the last 6 months. And that's because I couldn't bear any weight at all on my left knee. So I went to the emergency room and they gave me something, and I told them I didn't want it. I just do something so that I wasn't in the amount of pain I was in, so I could start walking. And they ran a couple of tests, and basically what it ended up being is the swelling was so bad in my leg that it was causing a massive amount of pain. And what they had offered me, what the doctor had offered me to start with, um, had I taken it right then, I'd have been home from the hospital an hour or so earlier than I was. Um, I was very adamant, no narcotics, no, anything like that. No muscle relaxers or painkillers, but it absolutely have to have. And what he prescribed was inflammatory, a Toradol, I guess is the name of it, to get the swelling down. And so when um, I couldn't take it anymore, I went ahead and let him give me some Toradol. and the swelling started going out of my knee and out of my leg. And boy, it didn't take long, and I could start using it, and I didn't feel the pain in it. And I'm like, boy, I wish I would have done that to start with. But I don't like to take meds. I don't like getting intoxicated in any way, and so I kind of like no, and I feel like the right thing to do is to not do something that God wouldn't want us to do. And you know, I've heard it said that there's nothing wrong with drinking a beer on a hot sunny day, but drinking to excess is. And I kind of think, well, maybe that makes sense. We're not supposed to do things in excess. It's not that we're not supposed to do them. It's we're not supposed to do them in excess. But for me, I choose not to do them at all. I don't know what's right for you or how you feel. That's you gotta do what you feel is right and wrong. Um, I'm working really hard at trying to do what I feel is the right things that Jesus Christ would want me to do, and uh, I struggle with some issues, like uh, gossiping. Sometimes it's hard not to gossip. Sandy and I are sitting here, and a subject comes up to uh, maybe a star, a music star, movie star, or something, and one of us has heard that they've done this or that that maybe is not so good. We might, wow, did you know this star did that? And well, no. I wonder why they did it, or I wonder if that's the only time they did it. Well, that's gossiping. We don't know these people. Whatever we hear on the internet, people say anything to discredit a star they do not like, or to build them up if they do. And we don't know if any of this is true or not, but we're sitting here gossiping about something we know nothing about. And that's not a right thing to do. Cussing, and I know I keep coming around to that one, but for me right now, that's a huge struggle. Um, I've gotten much better about not cussing, but I need to try and get even better. If we know that it's something that Jesus has taught us we should not be doing, then if we're doing it, is is that wrong? Well, if Jesus taught us it's something we do need to do, if we're not doing it, is that something that's wrong? We got to go inside our own hearts and determine for ourselves, is this what God would want me to do? Is this what Jesus taught me to do? Um, Jesus walked the earth for several years, and he taught us. He taught us about God. He taught us right from wrong. He taught us, so many lessons. And uh, we have to decide, do we want to accept them all or none? Not pick and choose which ones we want and which ones we don't, but do we want to accept all his teachings or none of his teachings? And for me, I want to accept all of his teachings, and of course, I don't always remember, or sometimes um, I can listen to the audio Bible, and I might listen to two or three books of Matthew one night, and the next day I may not have retained much of it. And that again, little side note, um, if you throw Bible verses in the comments to look up, it helps to jar my memory on what I've already heard. Uh, I usually do my Bible studies by listening to the audio Bible, and I can go back and listen to it and have it where it has the text. So, um, but learning what God taught us, you know, learning what He taught about God's what God wants us out of us, what God doesn't want us to do. You know, the four Gospels has a lot of the teachings from Jesus Christ, uh, and it also has a lot of the teachings of um, what's going on in this world at this point. You know, the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the other day when this person dropped the Bible verses, two of them were from there, and I I get a lot out of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John that helps me to realize, you know, you if you accept Jesus Christ into your heart and you listen to His works, you know, you listen to His lessons, you accept His word and His teachings about God, you can't go wrong. If you put them in place, if you study them and learn them right from wrong according to the works of Jesus Christ, you know, you can't go wrong. So for me, you know, the gospel or whatever, I know it's not right. And I know that, like I say, if we ask for forgiveness, if we accept Jesus into our heart, um, if we put full stock and full faith into God and into Jesus Christ, um, we will be forgiven and we will be taken care of. You know, God knows and Jesus knows how earnest our heart is. God knows. And His Son, Jesus Christ, is our salvation. And when we need to accept God and we need the healing powers of Jesus to come into our life and make things right, you know, all we got to do is call on Jesus and do what is right, do His teachings, what God would want us to do. So don't don't hesitate to call on Jesus Christ and feel the glory of God. And when you're feeling that glory of God, return that by doing what's right and wrong from God's eyes, from the teachings of Jesus Christ. Anyway, thanks for the Bible verses the other day. I think it was like a Bobby's World or something that left them in there. And funny thing about Bobby's World is when my daughter was pretty young, she was just disabled, and physically it was hard for her to get her socks and shoes on. So in the mornings when she was getting ready for school, I used to time her, you know, try and make her time faster and faster for her to get her socks and shoes on herself, and got to where um, the faster she could do them, and the sooner she got them done, the sooner we'd be able to turn Bobby's World on, and we could watch an episode of Bobby's World before she went out to the bus stop. and she got to where this little challenge was encouraging to her to be independent, and do things herself. Well, she's always been that way, or she was. But anyway, she really took that challenge and ran with it because she's always been independent and always wanted to do her things herself. Anyway, she got to where she was getting quick enough at it that she could get in 2 episodes of Bobby's World with me in the morning. So that really was a pleasant reminder of when Ellen was young. So anyway, thank you for that, Bobby's World, and thank you for the Bible verses. I'm glad y'all made it out to the end, those of you who did. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. And, if you're enjoying this channel, don't forget to share it out on Facebook or X or any of the other things, or tell your friends or family about it. You know, we're getting some decent likes and shares, and we're getting some decent comments and stuff. The numbers are all going up, and it's really good. It's heartwarming. I hope you all enjoy our community, building a nice little network of support system. Y'all, you have a great day. Bye.